Was popping, was popping, was popping. You know, I've been listening to this Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence talk, for a while now. Everybody's been talking, giving their insight on who's going to win the fight, you know. And me personally, I have Errol Spence winning, straight up. I want him to destroy Terence Crawford for real. See, everybody's talking about what Bud's gonna do, how he's gonna perform, and all this. See, I was a big Bud fan, because I thought him and Water was like cut from the same cloth. Well, during this time when I really got up on Bud, Water was going through the stuff with AJ. Like, everybody ain't talking about this, right? During this time, Wilder was like, I take anything. He was damn near talking about I give my firstborn to fight AJ, right? But he said he was like, man, I take whatever you seem fair to give me, but you just take in the rematch. Now watching Wilder do all this, you know what I'm saying, to prove that he's the baddest man walking. And then at that time, here come Terence versus Spence. Now, when I'm thinking like, oh, this fight about to get made. I know Bud like whatever. When he turned down that fight, automatic I was done with him because how am I gonna watch Wilder who chasing down chasing down chasing down fighters ready to go. But here this dude come. I thought he was cut like that and turned the fight down. I was like done with him right then and there. I was done. I was done because that's like you know that's like if back in the day those we had before the games came we had streets, so you had to go fight, right? You go around, you find out who's the toughest person on those blocks. So you go, you find them, y'all squab it up. But when you find out someone went to one of your homeboys' house and he didn't go outside to fight, oh man, bro, we done. Like we done, and that's what EJ did. He to me, man, and like I said before in my other videos, I only reason I'm supporting this fight, it's not because of Bud, man. It's because of EJ. Man, I don't care what, man. I don't care what Bud do. I don't. I'm done with him because he showed me he ain't cut like that. Because if you look at Spence during that time, he was in a car accident. What was Bud doing when Spence was out? He was sitting on his ass, man. He was waiting for Spence to come back to see was there any kinks in the armor, right? But Spence came back the same dog. But when Spence was out, Bud could have been making moves. He could have been chasing down the competition. He could have been fighting everybody. But no, he waiting around for Spence to get that payday. You dig what I'm saying? So all this talking about, is what kind of fighter Bud is. He gonna do this to man. Spence already won a fight, man. Spence won a fight 3 or 4 years ago. Because if you gonna push that line, if you really about what you say you about, man, hey, Bud would have took anything to say, okay, I take whatever it is, but you take that same in a rematch. If Bud fans, let me say this: if Bud had the confidence y'all had in him, we probably be on the third fight right now. If Bud had the confidence as his fans do, if Bud had the belief as his fans, man, this fight would have been made. It would have been made. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this about this is another video with Tank and Devin. It's about time these fighters don't talk. Don't talk. Don't. You gotta be disrespectful, man. That because it's a casual fan. Boxing's ran by casuals now. Devin need to speak up and embarrass that clown. Like, hey man, you fighting all these clowns, but you ain't fighting me. Be disrespectful. Show the fans make the fans push for that. Like you be disrespectful, and the fans like, hold up, man, this dude is really bit disrespectful. You ain't moving. You see what I'm saying? But you try to be, you trying to be polite, man. This ain't football. This ain't basketball, man. This is boxing. This is man on man. Whatever I say, your homeboy came with me, your brother came with me. It's you. You got to do something to me. If you don't like what I'm saying to you, hit me in my mouth. Devin need to start doing that, man. Stop being this, try to be friendly with these clowns, man. Be disrespectful to show the fans that, hey, man, the dude you supporting, pussy. Just, you know what I'm saying? He got to do that. Same thing, and that's why I'm hoping. I want Spence to retire, Bud, man. I'm tired of seeing dudes like this in boxing, man. I'm tired of it. Because on the block, it's like the block, man. If dudes ain't willing to push that line, they gotta go. This is what happens when the thoroughbreds leave. See, that's not too much pressure. Because fighters today are too nice. You don't want to hurt the other fighter feelings. Maybe they'll be like, well, if I can't get no fight if I be disrespectful. Man, hey, be so disrespectful where the fans gonna be like, hey man, I don't care who you fighting. Why ain't you fighting that Devin? Why ain't you fighting Wilder? Why ain't you fighting Spence? You gotta be disrespectful. Prime example. It's a story, right? Playing basketball. Man, this dude made a bet. Every time I go up on him, he want to say foul. I'm like, sucker, what? Foul. So I'm like, okay, this motherfucker want to say a foul. I got something for him, right? He went up. I took him out the air, right? Now that's a foul right there, sucker. So he said, oh man, gang. I said, no, I want my money then. So he started getting all crazy. I said, if you ain't gonna fight for your pride, you'll fight for your bitch ass mama then. You dig what I'm saying? Fight for pride for your bitch ass mama. So I had to push the line. You don't want to fight for yourself, nigga. Fight for somebody. You love your mama, right? Nigga, please fight for her or something. So now he finally squared up. We had to go back off in the cut. Dude bit me, had me by my chest. He was trying to rip my I don't know what that thing part. I don't know. Men don't got nipples, but he had my chest and shit, bite me hard. See, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta force somebody to fight. You gotta be disrespectful to the foreign. They gotta fight. You see what I'm saying? You gotta force them to fight. Y'all get paid to fight. Why ain't you being so disrespectful? You forcing them to fight. You dig what I'm saying? Man, stop being nice, man. You gotta push that line. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make their mama be like, boy, you better go fight out there. You better go fight. I don't like the way this bull. I say mama because most of them niggas don't got no daddy, because if he has some daddies, these fights would have been made. You dig what I'm saying? Because if daddy would have been like, hey, I don't know. Because Andy so avoiding Wilder. That kind of looked like growing up when you come to the door and somebody outside telling your son to come outside, but your son don't want to go out. You're like, well, what's going on? You go outside, some dude in the front yard want to fight your son. That's Wilder. But I ain't gonna speak on that because this is about Terence versus Bud, and I want Spence to destroy this dude, man. I want him to whoop Bud so bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got what I seen Wilder trying to do. So that's I look at every fighter like Wilder now. What Wilder was trying to do, what Devin did it too. Against Kambosos, he took less to fight a man, like show him he's the best. But what Wilder did, I judge every fighter off of Wilder. So if you're not pushing that line like Wilder's pushing the line, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with it. You see what I'm saying? Because if you so good, why are you worrying about the money? You say, okay, do like Wilder's number one line. I take whatever you want me to have, but you take the same in a rematch. And with that, man, hey, I holla, man. I hope you picking up what I'm laying down.